moving over to Manchester City, Paul, at what point does the concern over Phil Foden's form actually really begin to grow? He really hasn't found his footing at all since that Player of the Year, season last year.
No, listen, form's temporary, class is permanent. Phil Foden's not a player you worry about. I mean, yes, okay, he's not hit the levels that he hit last year, but he's a quality player, and everyone forgets how young Phil Foden still is. In my opinion, it's not even a conversation. He's a top quality player who, okay, he's having a little dip, and that's what we all love to do in the media. Ex-players, you look at it, you analyse football. Okay, he's not playing as well as he has done. There's no concern over Phil Foden because the undoubted quality is there. So for me, yeah, okay, he might have been rotated in and out the side more than he did last year. He's not got the numbers, he's not got the goals, not got the assists. He's a quality player. There's no conversation for me.
And Pete, Tijani Reinders has had an amazing season for AC Milan and Serie A. Would a step up to Man City fit him and the club both? Is he someone you could see slotting into that team?
Yeah, he could definitely fit in. There's no doubts about that. As you said, he's had an outstanding season for AC Milan. Really impressed in the Champions League as well. So he's a versatile midfielder. I think he would definitely add energy and creativity to that City midfield because he's had a very good season for Milan. 13 goals and 4 assists in all competitions, and he's made 42 appearances in all competitions as well. So he's always fit and available, it seems, especially this season for Milan. The problem for Manchester City is that he's just signed a new contract earlier this month with Milan, and that was to reward him for his outstanding form for the Rossoneri this season as well. No release clause in that deal either, so it's going to be a real difficult deal for Man City to try and prize him away from Milan.
That's
Obviously,
too pricey for them, Pete, isn't it? It's too much for them.
yeah,
After what they've done in January, it's too much.
Yeah, I think so. But they probably will let a few players move on this summer. Maybe the likes of De Bruyne on a free, Kovacic isn't getting any younger. Bernardo Silva's coming into the final year of his contract as well. So we should think that any fee of £50 million shouldn't be a problem for Man City, but they did spend pretty heavily in January, as we know. So for FFP, PSR, it might be difficult for them to do. But I just think the fact that Reinders has just signed a new deal at Milan, I don't imagine the Italian giants would be too willing to let him go so early after signing that new deal. And I think he can have another great season for Milan next year, and it'll probably increase his price tag because he's still only 26 and he hasn't yet reached the peak of his career. So I think Milan will do everything they can to try and keep him.
And Paul, we've spoken so much about Manchester City and the future of their goalkeeping position. Most recently, they're linked with the transfer for Vanja Milinkovic-Savic. Could he be someone who actually steps in as a future number one for Manchester City?
No, not for me. No, they're going to have to go in at top level. Milinkovic-Savic is a decent goalkeeper. But if they are to replace Edison long term, I think you've seen this season when he's brought Ortega in, he's rotated Edison in and out the side. They're going to have to go top level Manchester City, and you can see the way that Pep wants to play. It's such a key part and a key role in his team. That they start the attacks. We will say it again, the quarterback from American football. They start the plays. It's like a playbook when the goalkeeper starts. Milinkovic-Savic for me is not at that level yet. Potentially, yes, maybe further down the line. But if they're going to invest and going to go hard for a new number one, they need to go in the market. They need to go big and spend properly.